listening to Tales from Eluthanai. In the days following the Eluthanai ascent from the mines, and breaking their servitude to Paneros, an assembly came to Phlogos, saying, "You were the first to call the flame, and you were the first to have their blessing. We beg you, call upon them again, so that we may know which way to go to escape this frozen land of our bondage." Phlogos hesitated, saying, "The flame's light has truly broken Scotia's power that Paneros held over us, and aided our fight with the demon. But are they a god that they can give us direction? And if they are, who am I that the flame should speak to me? For I was like you, but a slave." And those gathered answered, "It was the flame that rescued us when no other god heard our prayers, and we shall honor them as our God. Now heed our call, for we have elected you, that you should speak to the flame for us." Then Phlogos submitted to the call of the assembly, but also consulted with Lua and Phos, who had been with him on longest night, when the flame guarded their sleep. "So, you've been called by our people to represent them to the flame," Phos said. "But should the flame speak, let us come with you, so that the will of the flame might be written as a light for our people." Phlogos consented, then asked, "Then where shall we make our prayer? What place has been sanctified, that we might hope to hear the flame's voice?" And Luo answered, saying, "Let us go down to our broken cell. Together we shall work to purify the place where you first prayed to the flame, and sanctify it with fire ash." So it was that the three went down into the cells of the mine, and worked to clean and sanctify their former prison. After marking the door and the perimeter of the room with ash, Phlogos lit a fire and seated himself on the ground, praying, "O flame, breaker of the bonds that held my people, we call on you again so that we may know where we should go to seek refuge." The fire roared and turned crimson as the power of the flame radiated about them, and the three were stricken by its power. Yet warmth reflected in their hearts and buoyed them up. Then through the murmur of the fire came the words of the flame. "Did I free you that you should become subjects of an empire? Would you trade one oppressor for another?" Then Phlogos asked, "Then what is to be done? Where is it we can live without bond?" "In this land you call Eluthanai, though destroyed by demon's greed, shall be your refuge, and you shall be free as you follow my way." To this Phlogos spoke, saying, "This place is cold and barren. What life could be made here? Am I not the flame that freed your minds and gave you power to dethrone Paneros? My light brings liberation, and my way is freedom through benevolence. I will give you my way, and as you keep it, you shall be free and live." And so it was that the way of the flame was given to Phlogos, and Phos and Luo did write the words of the flame, so that they might be delivered to the people of Eluthanai. And the flame spoke, saying, "I am the flame that sheltered the three on longest night, and gave you power to be delivered on shortest day. By my power you've been given liberation, and by my way you can find lasting freedom. As I have delivered you from oppression, you shall not give yourselves to be oppressed by others, neither shall you have one to rule over you. But inasmuch as a person cannot meet all their needs alone, you shall share your labors, so that you may have all your needs met. For in sharing your work you shall be free from any one becoming your master. And should you need one to plan and direct a task, let them be elected by those working with them, for the time until the task is complete, or, if a cycle of seasons has passed before its completion, allow another to be elected, so that the planner should not become a master. Should those working on a task, who have elected one to direct their work, begin to chafe under the leadership of the one elected, let the workers elect another from among their number to plan and direct the task. Be generous with one another, and let each who can aid their fellow with vigor, and let none perish from lack or inability. I am the flame which delivered you from the powers of darkness. My path is trust and benevolence, and as my way is kept, your labors shall be blessed, so that you may remain free. Likewise, in establishing your laws and plans for your people, let the laws be affirmed by the assembly of adults in your community. And should a law become a burden to your people, let it also be set aside by the assembly of your community. Should a time come that you need ministers for your laws, let any ministers or council be selected by the community, as workers elect their directors. And likewise do not suffer your ministers to serve longer than a cycle of seasons at a time, lest they become rulers over you. Set for yourselves a calendar to mark your holy days, and a cycle for your labors. And as you honor the light I have given you, and follow my way, I shall keep your labors strong, that they may carry my light and preserve your freedom, in this land or wherever you may travel. Tales from Eluthanai is a podcast by Eric Porter, created as an exploration of my D&D character's culture. The world beyond Eluthanai is the primary creation of Benjamin Priest, RDM.